Hi, my name is David Winther, and I'm a member of the First Parish Brewster Unitarian Universalist Church Stewardship Committee. My wife Annette and I have been members of First Parish for about 7 years. I have been on the board and have been a member of the Finance Committee and the Endowment Committee, and also served as treasurer. Annette has co-headed up the Social Justice Committee and is a member on the Committee on Shared Ministry. And she has also been an adult advisor to the youth. I am also a lifelong Unitarian Universalist. In fact, I'm a third-generation Universalist. My mom and dad were married in a Universalist church, and I was even dedicated in a Universalist church, basically like a christening in a Christian church. My mom and dad were very involved in many UU activities. My mom served as religious education director at the church where I grew up in Philadelphia, and my dad was on that church's board as well as the finance committee of the Unitarian Universalist Association. For those unfamiliar, the UUA is the parent organization for all the member UU churches in the United States. My grandfather was similarly on the board of the same church in Philadelphia and was president of that same church. My grandmother is very involved in the women's group activities there. When growing up, I participated in the UU high school youth group called LRY, or Liberal Religious Youth, and attended a UU summer camp in New Jersey called Mary Grove, where the first Universalist sermon in America was held 250 years ago last year. There's also the UU miracle that took place in Mary Grove. Sometime ask me about it. I'd be more than happy to discuss it. My mom also attended the same camp in the 1940s while in high school. Since then, I have been in 6 UU churches in 4 states, Pennsylvania, Texas, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. While our son is unchurched, I would like to think that someday he may be a member of a UU church, the 4th generation of our family to do so. At all the churches where we have been members, Annette and I have pledged to the annual Canvas campaign. We both believe it is very important to not only support our local church with pledges, but also the greater UU faith community. All UU churches support their members in times of need and with spiritual nourishment and actively contribute to the greater community. We also think it is important to support the UUA and its many efforts to combat social justice, encourage free expression, and make a change in the world. With so many hard-right evangelicals in this country and throughout the world trying to foist their worldview on the rest of us, it feels gratifying to have a voice that the UUA provides. Although small, there are only about 1,000 congregations worldwide with about 150,000 UUs in the United States against those overwhelming far-right numbers. As many of you know, the UUA and its attendant organizations like the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, which seeks justice for others overseas, UU Mass Action, which advocates for justice right here in Massachusetts, and the UU United Nations Office, which is involved in world peace, justice, and other activities. All these groups are members in the state, active members in the state and world communities. FPB is a welcoming, active church with many great programs that we want to support. The people are warm and generous, and many of our friends are from First Parish. Without this church, in this community, at this time, our world would be a much worse place. Please consider supporting the church in addition with your time, with your financial resources if you're newly pledging. If you're renewing your pledge, and if possible, please consider increasing your pledge to help support the work of the church during these stressful times. Thank you.